Welcome to the Prescription Addiction Radio Show, Breaking the Silence, on Talk Radio 860 WGUL, with your host, Larry G.
You know, I have to admit, when it comes to, what do you call it, topical culture, pop culture, I'm a little bit weak.
No.
So I have not followed the career of Lindsay Lohan.
Okay.
But obviously this young lady is made the news considerably over the last few months. And what brought her to my attention, of course, is prescription drugs are involved with Lindsay.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Now, for our culturally defunct listener, as myself, Lindsay's goes back about 14 years. Now, it's about the age... You guys actually grew up with Lindsay, didn't you?
Grew up with...
Well, I mean, she was about the same age as you, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Do you remember some of the movies?
Yeah.
She did?
When she was young, she did The Parent Trap, or it was like a remake of it or whatever.
That's what brought her to fame, according to what I read.
And I wouldn't have known that.
And Freaky Friday, did she not do a remake of Freaky Friday?
You're right, Freaky Friday.
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
Cedric is part of this.
And they're letting her have her prescription drugs in jail.
You saw that. Yeah. That's why we're talking. That's why I brought up Lindsay. The headlines that I've seen over time is alcohol. I think she was into cocaine for a while.
Right.
And, of course, there was always a story about her being high someplace and really struggling.
Right.
And then when I read that just recently she was on a number of prescription drugs, Zoloft, Trazodone, Adderall. Yeah. Why would a 24-year-old kid be on Zoloft, Trazodone, and Adderall? Where is this going? This kid has no chance.
Is she not on Dilaudid as well? I thought she was.
Well, they said that she had a prescription for Dilaudid. I guess a competent dentist gave her the Dilaudid.
Okay.
It wasn't indicated how often she was getting it. But, you know, what intrigues me is the lack of knowledge of the media, the lack of knowledge of searching out this story, the lack of knowledge of going out and trying to understand. I mean, this young lady, a superstar.
Right.
The whole world ahead of her. She could easily be an example of what's going on in this country. And what is the media doing with this young lady? She is nothing but an object to the media.
Right.
And then when I read that even in jail, she's on an upper during the day and a downer at night, and nobody's questioning this?
Well, her father is.
Thank you.
Her father's coming out saying, he had hoped that this would be her opportunity to get off of them.
Right.
Here we go again.
Well, yeah, but and what bonkers to me is that we already know that she had some kind of cocaine, a stimulant type problem, and now they're giving her Adderall, which is essentially the same thing. So it's wouldn't you think that someone who is a competent doctor or someone who really is taking and really spending the genuine time with her knows that she's not doing well right now, so why would you be continuing and furthering her, a prior drug habit with a drug that is so similar?
Now, for background, if you're a first-time listener, Nicole, Montana, you work at Novus Medical Detox. From your experience, does a young person who's 24 years old, who is continually given Adderall and Ambien, and obviously they're going to move around other drugs as time goes on, does she have a chance to ever have a truly normal
Well, I think what's unfortunate
existence?
is that she's not been given the chance to get off of the drugs to see if she's doing treatment in these kind of programs, what she's going to be like off of the drugs. So in any case, I think that the correct, my idea would be to get her off of the drugs and see how she's living with an actual, truly drug-free life. We know that she's had stimulant and cocaine-based problems before. So for me, it just doesn't it doesn't seem to make sense why someone would then be continuing to put someone on these kind of medications.
The Prescription Addiction Radio Show, Breaking the Silence, on Talk Radio 860 WGUL, with your host, Larry G.